Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Okay, what is up, people? Welcome back to another live stream. Hope everyone is doing well this morning. As always, guys, if you are enjoying the content, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you do hit the bell too, so you don't miss out on any streams or uploads in the future. Check out the Telegram, link in the description. If you're looking for a broker, do have my affiliate link to IC Markets. But besides from that, guys, welcome back. Hope everyone is good. FX Wolf, good morning. Good morning. Tashi, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Looking at the JPY pairs, Euro Yen, Pound Yen. We'll get onto it. Some crazy price action from them as always. Tony Gold, what is up? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Frenesis, good morning. Dollar CAD, looking for buys. What's your take? Okay, well, we'll go through some yen pairs and then we'll go over the dollar pairs. But yeah, yen pairs were a little bit crazy yesterday. Big moves to the downside. For me, nothing's really changed in terms of the overall market structure, at least from a daily perspective anyway, which is where I determine my longer term trend, my long term bias in the market, which is still bullish for pretty much all yen pairs. Euro yen, of course, strong move to the downside here. Going onto the daily chart, we can still see consecutive higher lows, higher low after higher low. Therefore, my bias hasn't changed. If we were to break through these lows, break through this sequence, then of course I would pause with that bullish bias, potentially start looking for sells. Other things will have to come into play, but at least I wouldn't be looking to buy anymore. But you can see if Euro Yen so consistent with the higher lows, and if the pattern repeats itself, this is most likely going to be our next higher low as well. We've come back to respect some prior resistance, now turn support in this area here as well, so there's a good chance we could bounce and see a higher low. The only thing I don't like about the yen pairs is just that the way they're moving is kind of chaotic. It's not really straightforward as you expect normally FX pairs to be moving. Of course, Bank of Japan are having a bit of fun, but I'm not feeling too comfortable about trying to catch the next swing low with these yen pairs because of how they're moving. It just doesn't look too smooth for me. Other pairs, dollar pairs, some of the cross pairs look a lot more attractive to trade. But in terms of market structure, we are still respecting the laws of this bullish trend. So if you are looking to long, 165.500 looks like a sensible place for it with a stop loss underneath that wick. Daily chart, we've got this prior resistance here, prior swing high, which of course is now going to be flipped as support. Price already respected it from yesterday's candle as well. This was Wednesday's candle, big wick to the downside, piercing through the level, pull back and close comfortably above it. So we're still respecting that support, and I would expect that to remain for today as well. But yeah, it's just the price action isn't great. You know, look at this humongous move there, another one there. This is not moving well. So that's why I would stay away. It's not really moving cleanly. But if you're looking to long, then 165.500 for me is the most sensible place for it. And then again, I wouldn't want to try to overstale my welcome as well, because who knows when the next big bearish move is going to come in and take us lower. So yeah, with Euro Yen, I'll be looking at this area here. It's a nice place of prior resistance and support. Looking for longs at least back to the high here at 167.350. Maybe if you're lucky, back to that area there of consolidation at 168. But I would be careful trading the yen pairs, especially at this moment in time. What's up, Anthony? Welcome to the stream. Good day. Matt, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Forex Trader, good morning. Welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. Yes, Frenesis will take a look at gold as well. So, yeah, Euro Yen, again, the analysis with pound yen is very similar as well. As we can see here, another massive drop to the downside there. So, yeah, it doesn't look attractive to trade at all. Yeah, but it's the same price action. If I zoom out to the daily chart, consecutive higher lows, prices pull back to prior resistance, now turn support. We respect it with yesterday's candle. You would expect that to hold for continuations today. So the analysis is still the same. Expecting more upside. If you're looking to enter any longs, then yeah, you would want price to at least return back to support. And then wait to see if we can get a shift in momentum to look for upside. And again, yeah, target's pretty much the same place, back at the high. Maybe if you're lucky, consolidation just above us at 197. But yeah, I wouldn't touch the yen pairs with a 10-foot pole right now. The price action is just too chaotic. It's a shame because the trend is very, very clean. We're still seeing really nice higher highs, higher lows, momentum in the market. So, you know, on paper, this is the ideal conditions for my trading strategy, how I trade. You know, if I was to pick conditions for me to trade, it would be what we're seeing right now. It's just because we're getting these kind of exaggerated moves and the Bank of Japan are intervening, causing these spikes, which are quite chaotic, quite irregular. It's difficult to maneuver around them. Of course, if you're going to wait for the spike to happen and try and buy the dip, yeah, that's a different kind of approach. But you know, the way I trade here, I am leaving myself exposed a little bit. But in terms of my bias, it's still bullish for pretty much all the yen pairs. Euro yen, yes. CHF JPY, this is still bullish, although it's not really a clean uptrend anymore. And I would be reluctant to trade that one. Dollar yen still bullish. Aussie yen still bullish. CAD yen still bullish. New Zealand yen still bullish, although it's running out of a bit of juice, and pound yen still bullish as well. We'll take a look at the dollar pairs next. I'll go through gold as well. What is up, John? Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. What's up, Game Dan Phil? Buy or sell? Are you talking about the yen pairs, buy or sell? Okay, just managed to get out 50 pips from my pound CAD sell, closed manually. Nice. Can never be upset with 50 pips. But yeah, I mean, last time I looked at pound CAD, we were looking a little bit bearish at that high. But yeah, a bit of consolidation, still respecting that same resistance, so we might still see some downside, but it is finding it hard to push lower. Didn't really see too much reaction with the news. CAD was very, well, it was somewhat weak, but we did see oil take a big hit yesterday. Oil kept falling. But yeah, with the dollar pairs, we did see a move down from the DXY, so we did see some weakness from the dollar, which was anticipated, but I did say I'm looking for weakness for some strength later on, and I'm still looking at that same setup, weakness for the dollar for some longs. I'm still very bullish on the DXY, on the dollar. I'm still looking at push back to 107. That remains the bias, or the target, I should say. We still do have areas further down which price may go back and retest. So I'm not saying that we have to go up now. If we don't go up now, then that kind of ruins the bias. We potentially could come back down, retest some structure here around 105 before then pushing bullish. If I whip out the old Fibonacci from the high to the low, let's make sure we can see it. There we go. So from the high to low, we do have the 50%, 0.618 in this vicinity. So that will be a healthy pullback if we were to see price pull back to around 105. And perhaps we can then see the continuation. But yeah, I'm still very bullish on dollar, still looking at taking advantage of opportunities favoring dollar bullishness. So shorts euro, shorts pound. I'll get into those in a second. But yeah, we did have a pretty strong rejection of the high there. So I mean, all in all, this is consolidation for dollar. We had a really nice up move not too long ago, but that momentum has kind of dissipated and we've just been moving sideways for a while. So with dollar, I'm looking at two scenarios. Either we find support here and we just fly, or we do have one more push lower, and then I'll look to see what we can do at that 105 level, and then we push higher. But both opportunities, I'm looking at dollar strength. So that's kind of where I'm at with dollar. Either we hold this or we break through and retest and then go bullish. That's what I'm looking at. So if I translate that to Euro USD and Pound USD, which are the pairs I'm looking to trade, I'm looking to see if Euro can push up back to the high, which is what I was talking about yesterday. Retest that and then give me a nice entry to go short. Looking for a push back to the lows. Thank you, David, for subscribing. I appreciate it. For push back to the lows, or potentially we could go a little bit higher. There are some areas up here we could test. I'm not really a big fan of them. I'd rather get the sell here, but we shall see what Euro USD gives us. And Pound USD looking at something similar as well. Push back to the high, and then a sell. So very similar opportunities, but Pound USD's got a bit better risk reward, so I'll probably favor that one, but I'll see whichever one gives me the better entry. We'll take a look at gold in a moment. Morning, Sculpey, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Ben A, good morning. What is up? Can we look at GA? Yes, we'll take a look at GA. Anthony, EuroCAD, if you don't mind, in a sell as well. Okay, we'll take a look at EuroCAD as well. First, let me just go through gold. Gold was quite bullish yesterday. Of course, we had the weakness in... Oh, that's not gold. Of course, we had the weakness in dollar, so that did help with gold strength. Again, I'm not quite sold yet on gold. I did say I'm looking for these lows to go, then a push higher. We have kind of seen that, but I'm not quite sold yet for the longs. And I was actually focused a bit more on silver. And I think silver's still got a bit more downside to hit my level, which is this big boy over here around 26.14. So I'm still looking to see if you can come a little bit lower, test that area, then I'll be looking for some long opportunities. Gold, on the other hand, similar as well. We did come back to some areas here and struggle to break through. If I go to the hourly chart, this is our last kind of consolidation before this really big dump to the downside. Prices, of course, come back to respect that, and now we're seeing some more momentum. So if you're looking at gold intraday, I'll probably be focusing still on shorts. Longer term, I'm still quite bullish, but I would still be looking at shorts for gold. So if we were to have one more stab up, that could be a nice place for some entries and then some shorts later on. Back to the lows. Thank you, Sammy, for subscribing. Appreciate it. So another push back to the lows. That's kind of what I'd be looking for gold in the lower time frames. I'm still looking for the longs, but they're not quite there yet in my view. And like I said, I'd rather trade silver, which is coming to a really big level. But for gold, I would still focus on shorts for the time being. May just see one more push down and then get a bigger move up. But we shall see. But yeah, I'll be bearish intraday for now for gold. But if you are looking to short, you do want to at least get a pullback, because we've already had a pretty strong move now. So some pullback would be needed before looking to short again. Yes, USD CAD. I almost forgot USD CAD, didn't I? I will take a look at USD CAD. We're still in the dollar pair, so we'll take a look. 4 hour, we look like we could be in the descending wedge pattern. Yeah, I could see that. Looking at the highs here and then the lows here. So yeah, we definitely could be. And again, that does kind of fit the longer term bias as well. We could just be descending, getting ready for that bigger move to the upside, that next high low in the daily or the weekly chart. So yeah, I can definitely see the logic there as well. But yeah, for intraday, I'll probably still be bearish for now for gold. Dollar CAD, you said you're looking at longs. Yeah, dollar CAD has come back into an interesting area. I think we're still just about holding on to it for dear life. But yesterday on stream, I said if we get pulled back into this level here, this could be an interesting place for a long. How are we looking on the hourly chart? Not so well. It's quite corrective. If we can see price push above this with a nice strong close, that could be a nice entry signal. Stops underneath the low there. But right now we're just quite corrective, and we could just sluggishly roll over, which would be great. So we do need to see an injection of some momentum, kind of telling us that, okay, we're finding support here. We've already got some wicks down the 4H, which is good. So we're seeing some type of rejection on the 4 hour, but we need to see momentum coming back in, because if not, we could just, roll back over. But yeah, for dollar CAD, I am still bullish on this one. We're still pretty consistent with the high lows on the daily chart. We just came back from a really nice retest of some resistance there, turn support. And I am looking for a move back to the high at 1.385 more or less. So the bias is still very bullish for myself. However, need to see some type of sign that we are rejecting that level. If not, we might come a little bit deeper into this area here, which is just under 1.37. So we could still see a deeper move down first before then a reaction. But yeah, in terms of my bias, it's still bullish. Like I said, dollar wise, I'm still looking for long opportunities across the board, but need to be patient and waiting for a good opportunity to get involved. Dollar CAD, not quite seeing it right now, but that could change very, very quickly. I think you said you're looking for longs as well, for Nessus. I'll go through GA and Euro CAD. US authorities to keep close eye on yen depreciation, may step up verbal intervention, says currency crisis on the rise. Wow. There's Russ giving us the news updates as we go along. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it is quite crazy what we're seeing with the yen at the moment. I'll go take a look at the Japanese index because I haven't actually looked at it in a while. Okay, so pound Aussie. Pound Aussie seen some downside. I didn't really miss. I'll go for Euro Aussie in a moment. But yeah, pound Aussie, I'm looking at downside. Last week I was discussing the wicks up here. A lot of rejection here on the higher time frames. Prices really tried to continue this bullish momentum from early in the year. Failed miserably with all of these wicks. So the chances are we most likely will get price spilling over to the downside. I talked about this level here being a really big support as the first target, then potentially the lows here as the next target after that. So shorts do look good for pound Aussie, but looks like we've already seen a move down. We didn't quite come into the low here. I said if we get one more move up, that would be a nice potential short, but we kind of just missed it by like a pip or so, as you can see. Sort of a similar situation with Euro Aussie, but really nice move to the downside. So if you're looking to short pound Aussie, I'm not really seeing a good point of entry anymore. This would have been a nice place to short, but now that we're like 100 pips away, even seeing a move back up there is a bit of an exaggeration. And unless you're like on the lower time frames, like maybe 30 or 15 minute, you might be able to get away with a breaking retest of some of these lows here and ride that intraday momentum. But if you're looking for a bit more of a swing, I think the ship has kind of sailed with pound Aussie. I'm not really seeing a nice place to short it really. Yeah, it's not in a nice location. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't want to buy or sell at these prices unless you're on the lower time frames. So yeah, pound Aussie, I do have a bearish bias. Like I said, those targets is where I'm expecting price to go. So the next key low would be this one. But in terms of a place to enter, maybe on a retest of this high here, that could make some sense there, judging how we react. But to me, this the train's kind of left the station a little bit. The train has left the station. Same with Euro Aussie. Similar with that one. It's kind of moved already. So unless we have maybe a double top here. But again, I'm not too sure we will. But definitely bearish bias for pound Aussie. Expecting a lot more downside, even from a high time frame perspective as well. EuroCAD, you said you're short on that one, Anthony? Yeah, and the sell as well, EuroCAD. So yeah, EuroCAD I'm not a big fan of, to be honest. I haven't been saying kind words with EuroCAD's price action. The price action is not great. I'm just viewing this as a consolidation, and again, where price is kind of stuck in consolidation, especially consolidation like this, I just kind of stay away because these are not the prime conditions for my trading. However, you can still find opportunities on a different different trading style. I'm not saying you can't find good trades here. It's just not the way I look at the market. But yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere a little bit. Because if I was going to trade this, I would be focusing my shorts up at the highs there and longs down at the lows here. I'm looking at this as a big fake out. So that's how I would look to trade it. Anything in here I wouldn't touch really because the price action is a bit more random and difficult to get some good entries and catch some nice swings, because you're just going to see kind of erratic behavior like we've seen here. The structure's been all over the place. So yeah, with EuroCAD, of course, if it fits your rules, see out the trade. Do we need to manage your trade how you plan to? But yeah, if you're asking for my 2 pence, I'm not a big fan of these conditions. If I had to trade it, I'd be shorting a little bit higher up or buying further down. But yeah, we are quite choppy here, EuroCAD. So I'm staying away from this one. I did say yesterday, if EuroCAD was to break through the high here, that would interest me for some longs. Back to the high at 1.505. So that would interest me, because at that point we've got a breakout, probably getting some momentum, maybe a bit of a trend following, a trend forming at that point. So that would interest me, but yeah, not the biggest fan of these conditions. No problem, Ben. Happy to help. Thoughts on BTC? We've had a pullback, but would you be waiting for lower? Yeah, Bitcoin did break out yesterday. It's looking ugly. I do think I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. Technically, not even looking at the fundamentals, just looking at the price action on Bitcoin. I'm still very bullish on this one. So I'm still viewing this move as a retracement. I do think we can go lower. We've kind of broken through key support here. And the next logical area I have Bitcoin seeing some upside from would be this 52K region here. So that's where I do expect Bitcoin to fall to next. And then maybe we get some buys, or even this high over here. A prior swing high at 48K. Again, big break of that, no real significant retest. Either one of these areas, 52, 48, that's kind of where I do see Bitcoin going next. But yeah, I'm still bullish. Same with Ethereum as well. I'm still bullish longer term. But I do think we've got some more downside for retracement. Price has failed at those highs. So yeah, with Bitcoin, I do think there's more downside to be had. There could be some short opportunities on the retest of that level as well. But yeah, longer term, this is what I'm favoring. And same with Ethereum as well. Ethereum, I'm looking at retest of this high, and again, continuations. But then again, I don't trade crypto as well, so I'll just be watching from the sidelines. Okay, so catch the high for the sales or consolidation, more like a scalp. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to scalp it, again, styles are different. The way I trade it is different to you. If you're looking for shorter term moves, obviously you're going to be trading a little bit different to me, who's looking to take advantage of swings. So I have to make sure I'm in the condition to take advantage of a swing. And of course, the best conditions of that is, trending market conditions, because if we're seeing higher highs and higher lows, the chance of us seeing another higher high and another higher low is, of course, pretty high. So those are the best conditions for me to take advantage of swings in the market. But when it's kind of consolidation, price action is a bit harder to analyze for swings. If you're looking just to catch reactions, then you have a bit more luck there. As long as you know what you're looking for, know what you're doing, then that's all that matters really. But no problem, man. So yeah, my focus going forward for the rest of the week is Euro USD, Pound USD. I also do like NZD USD, should that come up a little bit higher. But yeah, nothing's changed for me. Nothing's changed for me in terms of the dollar bias. Although dollar is kind of consolidating right now, but the way I'm viewing dollar right now is impulse. Then we're just going to have like a pause in the market, like we sometimes do, and then another impulse. So just that is kind of what I'm looking at. So this here is this current phase. Now we're expecting a push up. We may come down a little bit deeper first to tag this level and then push up. So this will be the second scenario. Either retest the high, then push, or retest the low, the consolidation, and then push, which is kind of what's happening now. So yeah, that's the way I'm looking at dollar. So yeah, hopefully I can get some entries on euro or pound, but either which one I'm happy with. Outside of the dollar pairs and silver, yeah, Aussie CAD, not big fan of. NZD CAD, not really big fan of. Pound CAD looks okay. Euro CAD, not a big fan of. Euro NZD, not a big fan of. Pound Aussie, but just no kind of entry. Euro NZD, Pound NZD, I am looking for longs for this one. But as I said yesterday, we need to break the high and stay above the high, which we're struggling to do at the moment. So yeah, I need to see price kind of gain some more bullish momentum. It's funny because I'm bearish on pound Aussie, but I'm bullish on pound NZD. So I know one of those will fail and the other one will work. I'm not too sure which one, but I'm just going to wait to, whichever one gives me a good opportunity to trade, and then I'll take that. But yeah, with pound NZD, higher time frames still look really, really good. We've broken through prior resistance here. We've thrown some really nice wicks to the downside, using it as support. So I do expect a higher low here to form and another push back to the high. That's where I get my bullish bias from. And of course, this being somewhat of a inverse head and shoulder pattern. Left head, right shoulder, break of the neckline, retest. Now expecting a follow through. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for pound NZD, but in terms of actually trading it, it's a little bit more difficult because we are kind of just consolidating above that support level. So I kind of want to see price break through and then give me the entry. Or I could look at the low here as well. If you come deep down, I may consider a buy there. Connect the dots. That could provide a nice opportunity there as well. So I don't mind a push down back to the low at around 2.09. But I do prefer the break and retest of the high there. Should we get it? So yeah, pound NZD is a pair that I'm looking at, but we're nowhere near an entry, so I'm not watching it. I'll just put alert set and then wait for price to come to me. But I'm definitely bullish on pound NZD. Euro Aussie, this one didn't quite set up how I wanted it to. Was a pair I was looking at coming into the week. But it didn't give me the entry, and plus it was like, I think it was outside of my trading hours as well. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. I'm snoring at those times. But I still do have a lot more downside for pound Aussie. Euro Aussie, I'm looking at price coming to the lows here at 1.62 or around about that. So still about 200 odd pips. Maybe I can find an entry somewhere. NZUSD selling them at 0.5987, 30 pips. Stop loss above the highs. Okay, we'll take a look at NZUSD. Russ dollar yen longs. Looks dollar is supported. I'll go through dollar yen. I'm not a big fan of the yen pairs at the moment, but I'll go through it. Sculpey gold's really pissed me off at the moment. I understand what it's doing. Yeah, I keep missing entries. Trading sometimes does that to you. It doesn't play ball all the time. I'll take a look at gold and dollar in a second, but NZUSD 0.5987. Is that what we said? 5987. Okay, so it's just above the high there. Suppose you're looking at maybe some supply in that area there, maybe. But yeah, for NZUSD, I have the same bias. I'm very bearish on NZUSD. I do think we are most likely going to head to this low here at 0.58019. So that's where I'm expecting price to end up in the next week or two. That's what I'm expecting to happen. We've been very bearish for very long for NZUSD. As you can see, this is the weekly chart. We formed our first high on February 2021, and since then, lower high after lower high after lower high, and we still respected that since then. And again, even a move there from December 2023 to 2024, respected that swing high, came back down as well. So there's a good chance we're coming back to this low, and there's a pretty good chance as well coming back to that low eventually, but we'll discuss that closer to when we get there. But I'm looking at price coming back to 0.58. So as long as we maintain this bearish structure on the daily chart with these swing highs, I do think we're just going to form another one at some point. Whether we formed it now or we're going to form it a little bit later, then get the roll over to the downside. So yeah, I do like what we're seeing with NZUSD's healthy trend, momentum with the bears. If we do come up one more time, not a bad place for a sell. Might have the old 3 kind of stab pattern, 1, 2, 3, and that might give us the sell off. So yeah, not a bad place for a short at all. I like it a lot. In terms of dollar yen, like I said, I'm not really feeling too confident about jumping into any yen pairs right now, just the way they're moving, especially with the long side of things as well. Not knowing if we can see another big spike to the downside. Thank you, Joseph, for subscribing. Appreciate it. But the way the market's moving, yes, we've got a really clean trend. Market's pushing higher. But these kind of exaggerated moves to the downside do unsettle me a little bit. I'm not feeling confident about buying the yen pairs right now. The way they're moving, it's not textbook. It's not textbook at all. If anything, this looks like an exotic currency pair. It looks like it's USD against the Polish zloty. Yeah, the price action is not looking clean at all. So I'm not looking to trade dollar yen. I'm still bullish, yes, but the setups aren't quite great. So for that reason, I'm out. Let me know what you're looking at in terms of a setup, in terms of a place to enter, or if you are entered in a chart. But yeah, it just doesn't look great at all. And the fact is, we could do another one of those, and I wouldn't be surprised. Good morning, Lauder. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are well. Yes, crypto, will take a look at gold. Matt, what is up in your daily shorts from the last 2 weeks? Scaled in nicely on that pullback. Okay, nice. Big daily head and shoulders. Yeah, you did mention, I remember. Yeah, I was looking to join you this week, but I've missed the opportunity, unfortunately. Hopefully, we can get another pullback at some point. But yeah, Euro Aussie, I'm very bearish on as well. But yeah, for gold, I said intraday I'm short bias. Longer term, I'm still looking for price to get back to highs, 2400. But based on how we're moving, we've had a pretty big impulse. I'm looking at this as a pullback. We retested some structure there from last week. And now I'm expecting a push back to the low there. So yeah, in terms of finding an entry, you'd want price to push back up. The only way that I'll look to take a trade is if we're back at that area, because then I can place a nice stop loss above. Then I can place a nice stop loss above the high here. But that would be something that I'm looking at gold. Whether we get that move back up again, that's a different question. I'm not too sure if we'll get that move there, but I'm expecting price to continue south for gold back to the lows at 22.82, and then we see what the next move is. Gold doesn't really know what to do at the minute. Already give back all the gains from yesterday. Yeah. I mean, I think gold for me, I'm still very bullish on gold. I'm not trying to get too lost into the source of what we're doing in the low time frames here. Gold's had a massive breakout on the daily, weekly chart. I'm just looking for a correction of that pullback, a correction of that move, and then I'm expecting more bullish momentum back to the highs. So that's the way I'm looking at gold. Very, very simple. Massive breakout to all-time highs, leaving behind massive support here. Now I'm looking at a pullback. How far that pullback will be, that's up to gold, but sooner or later, I do expect a high low and a push back to highs. So that's the kind of way I'm looking at it for gold. We did have a pretty strong move yesterday, but it hasn't managed to break any structure, as in this high over here. So I'd still be intraday bear for gold. I appreciate it, Anthony. Appreciate it. Take care, my man. Hopefully see you in the next one. Mr. Martian. Morning. Hope you're well. Thoughts on US 30 sells if valid. Okay, we'll go through US 30 as well. Yeah, the shoulder entry did play out. It played out very, very well. I remember I was saying I was waiting for the neckline to break. You can be a bit more aggressive, go with the right shoulder, or you can wait for the neckline to break. Neckline did sort of break, but we broke back above it. But yeah, the right shoulder has played out pretty well. I mean, you can kind of look at those two being both the right shoulders, but each time the market has come back to that same area and rejected it pretty well. And I would not be surprised if we end up back at this low, because we've got the two prior highs over here, 1, 2, and price has tried to rally on, it's tried to continue, but it's failed a few times. One over there, second over there, third and fourth. We showed great momentum, came straight back down, great momentum, straight back down, great momentum, straight back down. One last time, straight back down. So major resistance over here, and we can see that represented on the weekly time frame with all of these wicks here as well. So, and also look at last week's candle close. Very, very nice, bearish engulfing, respecting the resistance up here. There's a very high chance that we're just gonna slowly bleed lower back to this low at 1.61712. So yeah, I am very bearish as well in Euro Aussie. It's looking like we can probably see more downside as well. I'll go through US 30. But yeah, for gold, like I said, I'm just looking for longs. So the shorts is not really my cup of tea, but I think eventually we'll get the longs soon. But yeah, for US 30, I was talking about shorts yesterday, which kind of did happen, but not the way I envisioned it. We had a huge move up and a huge move back down. So very, very difficult to trade that unless you anticipated that after the news came up, you're just going to short it straight away and then take the trade that way, which would be very aggressive, but hey, you'll be in profit now. But anyway, yeah, for US 30, we had this pullback here after a really strong move, and then we last stream we were trading around here, and I said if we get another up move, you could probably look to catch the next lower high. I was talking about this area here. Price kind of broke through that with the news, but essentially we're still holding that same area. So I think with US 30, because we've left such a big wick, especially because it hasn't taken out any structure, I wouldn't really look to trade it. If this wick here took out the high and pulled back, then that would be a nice sell. But I think there's a good chance you probably fill this wick and move higher. But to me, this is basic consolidation now, so I wouldn't even look to trade in that zone. Again, with US 30 on the higher time frames, I'm looking at this as just being the next high low in this bullish sequence. So push, pull, and then I'm looking for another push. So I think this is probably going to be the next higher low. If that's the case, I think the next best buy would be if you can just break the resistance, then use that as support. And then yeah, I'll be expecting price to make its way back to the high at 39955. But yeah, so with US30, I wouldn't really look to sell. I don't like how price is set up. We've had two really strong moves to the downside. The second move just respected the low. Now we've seen a big wick to the upside. It hasn't taken out any significant area. I think there's a good chance we probably fill that wick at some point. So I wouldn't really want to be shorting now. If we were breaking the lows again, then yeah, maybe this could be a nice short there, and then take some entries coming back into retest that level. I wouldn't mind that. At that point, we got consecutive low highs again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that will be a nice place for a trade. But we haven't done that, so I'm not quite convinced with the shorts until we set up like that. And if you can break to the upside, I mean, I'm not convinced with the longs yet, but if we can break to the upside, something like this, then yeah, that would leave behind some really nice long opportunities on a retest of that same level. So yeah, with US30, I can see price going both ways. I wouldn't look to trade it at the moment. It's not in a great place to short. It's not in a great place to long. I'll wait for price to try and break the high or break the low first, and that could leave behind some really nice opportunities to buy or sell, depending on what your bias is. But we've had this bearish trend here since early April, and it looks like we're trying to break out that bearish trend, but failing at the moment. So if we're going to continue, let's break through some lows again, leave behind some nice resistance for us, and that becomes a nice place for a short. So that's kind of what I would be looking at to trade US30, or of course the longs on the other side. But in that area, I wouldn't trade it. I'm not a big fan of that wick. No, I look at the daily chart, and I use the daily chart in combination with the 4H chart to find areas where I can look for a pullback. So in terms of my direction and my bias of which way I want to trade, it does come from the daily. I use the higher time frames to map out which way I'm looking to trade in, essentially. And then I'll use the daily in combination with the 4 hour to plot areas where do you want to look to buy and anticipate the pullback to come towards, and then expecting continuation. But the whole idea is just to flow with the overall bigger picture in the market, where the bigger players are going, and then looking for pullbacks in that direction. But I wouldn't say I use the daily or 4H alone to find the area of pullback. It's kind of a combination. If it makes sense on both time frames, and that's great. But yeah. But I'm simply just following market structure. But then again, I am choosing which charts to trade, which has the optimal conditions, which looks good, because sometimes market structure can be quite chaotic and not clear. Gold, for example, very, very clear uptrend there, so I know exactly what I'm looking for, which is a pullback, a higher low, and a continuation. Very, very straightforward bias there. Of course, there could be some intraday sell opportunities, 100%, but that's not really the move I'm looking to take advantage of. Silver as well, big push to the upside, big breakouts, left behind a massive level. I'll see what we can do at these prices, and then hopefully catch the next leg higher. Silver? We're on silver. But yeah, silver for me, very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. I actually prefer silver a little bit more to gold just because of where we're coming into. Gold, we don't really have anywhere valuable on the daily chart unless we pull back to this area here. I'm not too sure gold will have that much of a pullback. But silver, on the other hand, we've got a massive, massive level just below us. And I think there's a very high chance that we do get there as well. I'm looking at the 4H chart. We've had a really nice break of structure, taking up the lows here. We've come back for a nice retest, nice rejection there. I think there's a good chance we'll see some follow through, taking out this low and coming back into the daily area of support. So then I can start looking for some opportunities to long. And if I'm lucky, we push back to the high. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing with silver. Really, really big impulse here. Looking at a correction. And then next impulse. The daily / weekly really clears up things. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think if you are looking at swing trading and you're looking at holding trades for a little bit longer, higher time frames is what you're going to be paying attention to, because if you can just stay in tune with the higher time frame direction, it'll just make everything so much easier. Not you'll suddenly be the greatest trader of all time, but if you are looking to swing positions, then it will help being in favor of what the higher time frames are doing. The chances are if the higher time frame is going to continue in that direction, then so will your trade. So you're always going to be giving yourself the best chance, the best probability possible of your trades continuing in your direction. So yeah, higher time frames definitely really help. And it also helps you kind of clear out the noise as well. Sometimes charts might look decent on the lower time frames. You go to the higher time frames looking chaotic. Sometimes those trades aren't worth taking. Sometimes. And it can help you, stay away from unnecessary losses. So yeah, I will keep a close eye on Euro USD. I'm hoping we can have one more push higher, because this is not really an optimal place for a stop loss. I don't want to have a stop loss just above the high here, because it leaves me very exposed to getting wicked out and then a push higher. At least if I can get an entry on the high there, then I can have a much safer stop loss and then hopefully take advantage of the move. Not that I can't be stopped out, of course. That's always going to be a possibility, but a stop here versus a stop there, I'd rather have a stop up here. Same thing for pound USD as well. The stop here, runs that possibility. So I don't want to force anything at the moment. Kind of the same thing for most of the dollar pairs. We've kind of had a move 3/4 of the way up. Now price is finding resistance. New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD. I mean, dollar CHF is a little bit different because of the CHF pairs were a little bit. I think we had some retail sales for Swiss this morning, but we did see a pretty strong move down for the Swiss pairs. Some strength on the Swiss yen. Yeah, Swiss yen pushed up, Aussie Swiss down, CAD Swiss down, Euro Swiss down. And the thing is, with Euro CHF, we just missed my target. So even if I did get the trade, I would be, I'll probably be trailed out, to be fair, because I will be trading my stop loss. But just missed out on that target there, which was my expectation for the week. As you can see, just missed out on that high. But then again, I'm trading with stop loss, so it's not like it will come all the way and hit me at break even. Best currency to trade for upcoming days. best currency to trade for upcoming days. Well, the pairs on my watch list is what I'm looking to trade. So I suppose that's your answer. Pound USD short, Euro USD short. Silver long. Well, silver's not a currency. So yeah, pound USD short, Euro USD short I like. And probably NZD USD short too. Back to the low. So yeah, those what I would say is the best. A lot of people requesting gold today. I know gold's seeing a lot of momentum ahead of NFP as well. But yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do in gold unless you're looking to long, which I wouldn't be doing because we've already had a pretty big move down. I wouldn't really be looking to long gold at the moment, and I wouldn't be looking to short it either. But if you are looking to get involved, then I would at least wait for some type of pullback, some type of up move. I think we do have some news this afternoon. Maybe that could push us up. Thursday, 2nd of May. Yes, we do have some new jobless claims at 1:30. So maybe that could push us up for dollar. And then tomorrow we've got NFP at 1:30 as well. Should be interesting. So yeah, maybe we can get a push higher from the gold, from the dollar news, and then possibly can get a sell. Personally waiting for gold to tie its downtrend before looking to catch. I think will be a big next move up. Okay, so are you looking for basically the trend to continue on the daily chart then? That higher time frame bullish trend to continue back to highs. But yeah, gold is looking pretty bearish. Is dollar pushing up strong? Not really. What's your stop loss if I want to enter now? Yeah, that's the thing. You don't really have a smart place for a stop loss. Or yeah, you don't really have a smart place for a stop loss. I'll thank you, Dinesh, for subscribing. Appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying the channel, by the way, enjoying the stream, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Really does help out. I do appreciate it. And make sure you do hit the bell so you don't miss out on any streams or uploads in the future. But yeah, for a stop loss, you don't really have a smart place for a stop loss if you're looking to sell. This is the hourly chart, 30-minute chart. You don't really have a smart place for a stop loss unless it's over there. But then, you got a humongous stop loss. Risk reward's a bit skewed. If you're looking to long, then you could either have a stop loss below the low or below this low here, which would make a little bit more sense in terms of risk reward point of view. So yeah, it depends if you're looking to long or short. Short, I don't think there is a logical place for a stop loss, or unless you're using like an ATR or something like that. But if you're using price action, then yeah, it doesn't make sense. And for the longs, this low makes sense there. Yeah, we aren't finished for the year. I don't think we have more to come. I don't think we have more upside to come. Oh, you think we're finished for the year? Don't think more upside? How come you think gold is done for the year? I mean, you've had a crazy move, so gold has done a lot. But yeah, how come you don't think we've got more upside left for gold? I'm seeing a lot of people online talk about gold back to 3,000, or I even saw one person saying 5,000. 5,000 by the end of the year is crazy, because we're trading at 2-3. You'd have to double price in a year. Oh, okay. We're not finished. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was reading wrong because I don't think we have more upside to come. Okay, yeah, you're expecting more upside. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. And yeah, I agree as well. I do think we've got more upside. Shreyas, welcome to the stream. How's your Euro trade going? I haven't gotten to Euro USD. I am looking for entries, but I don't really have a good place to enter just yet and place a stop loss. So I'm hoping we get one more move higher back into 1.07423, and then I can place some trades, because right now I don't really have a good place to put my stop loss, because I wouldn't want to put it above the high there, because it does leave me quite exposed to getting wicked out without the trade fading. At least if I can get an entry up here and a stop loss here, yes, I still can get wicked out and the trade can still move my direction, but it's a bit safer. And the entry is a little bit higher up as well. It makes a bit more sense too. So I'm kind of hoping we can see one more push higher and then get the sell. But yeah, Euro USD still looking at shorting back to the low here. That is still the plan. And still expecting dollar to push up as well. Dollar still just about holding onto this support level. I wouldn't be surprised if we do have one more move down first before the bigger move. But yeah, I haven't entered any shorts yet. Okay, silver's starting to approach that level. Over the past kind of like 30 minutes, we just picked up momentum big time. Gold not so much, but silver just shot down. Even on a 15-minute chart. So yeah, we are approaching a big level here. So I want to see what we can do at this level, because this is my area of interest, and then hopefully I can get some long-term entries to take it back to the highs. That is my plan. Okay, fair enough. So you're looking for a swing trade then, Sculpey, or are you just looking at taking buys in that direction and being in and out of trades? Because yeah, for gold, I do like this level here, but I'm not too sure we'll get there. Okay, just on the phone. We'll give you give you your time. But yeah, for gold, I'll just be waiting for the longs. I'm not interested in shorts, as I said, and same with silver too, which is approaching. So I will keep an eye out that for the rest of the day. If I do get any entry signals, I will let people know on the Telegram, which is linked in the description below. But yeah, pound USD did be dirty, just stopped me out of that high there. I mean, I probably would be at break even by now, so. But hopefully I can get another entry. Dollar CAD still fight. Ooh. Dollar CAD still holding onto that level. How's the hourly chart looking? Yeah, if dollar CAD can push up a bit stronger, that could possibly give an opportunity there. Because I do like the wicks we're seeing down here. But I need to see a bigger shift in momentum. Thank you, Raj, for subscribing. Appreciate it. If you guys do enjoy the channel, if you are liking what you see, finding it useful, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It really does help out. I do appreciate everyone who has liked and subscribed so far. And make sure you do hit the bell as well so that there's any streams or uploads in the future. Okay, waiting to try and catch gold reversal. Scalp a bit here and there, but trying to catch the big trades. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'll be looking to do as well. Yeah, because you do a mixture of swings and scalping. Because I remember last year you were talking about CAD CHF longs as well, and that was a big swing trade. So a mixture of scalping and swing. The man who can do it all. Okay, dollar is seeing some upside here. I mean, I'm not adverse to taking dollar CAD longs. I do like what I'm seeing with dollar CAD. Just depends on how the hourly time frame sets up. Or I could wait for the 4H close. The 4H gives me a nice strong bullish engulfing. I made it take a trade there, stop loss below the wicks, target the high, break even, and then we'll see if we can get back to the high there. I wouldn't mind that for dollar CAD. I do like how we're setting up, really nice impulse, retesting the high there, multiple wicks rejecting, bullish engulf, in favor of the high time frames as well. So yeah, I do like it, what I'm seeing with dollar CAD. And oil's been very weak as well. I do think oil's got more downside to be had. And if that's the case, we're going to see more weakness in the CAD because of their correlation. So you can favor some more CAD weakness too, which of course will help out dollar CAD longs as well fundamentally. So that's another confluence for the trade there too. So yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing with dollar CAD. But yeah, probably wait for the 4H time frame for the entry. Probably wait for the 4H. What's up, Anis? Welcome to the stream. Good morning, my man. Are you looking at any positions today? Did you trade the news yesterday? After the news happened. I remember you saying that you might be interested to take some trades after the news comes out. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing with dollar CAD. Something like this would look good. Ooh, not that big. Just underneath the lows. Yeah, targeting the highs. And maybe the highs here as well. Risk to reward looks good too. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on dollar CAD. I mean, again, I'm looking at the dollar pairs. I'm looking at them from the same perspective, which is favoring dollar strength. So whether I'm shorting Euro USD, I'm shorting Pound USD, I'm shorting Aussie dollar, or I'm long dollar CAD, pretty much all the same move. Not looking for anything, mate. Waiting for NFP. No, didn't catch anything. Wasn't clear for me. Okay. Waiting for NFP tomorrow. Yeah, NFP will be interesting as well. Yeah, I mean, with me, I'm looking to see if I can get a trade today, hopefully. Then I can hold through NFP. Or I wouldn't mind a trade after NFP either. But not the morning of, because it's a little bit close for call. So hopefully I can get a trade at some point today. But I'm quite focused on the dollar pairs. Those are giving me the best opportunity. Yen pairs I'm kind of disregarding altogether because they're moving way too chaotic for me. Cross pairs, CAD pairs, not looking great. I do like Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie as well, but not quite setting up how I want them to. And yeah, CHF pairs, the move I was looking at has already happened as well. So yeah, nothing to do there at the moment. So yeah, dollar CAD, dollar pairs are looking the best. Dollar CAD, Euro USD, Pound USD is where my focus is at. Gijima FX, what is up? Dollar CAD, how does it look using Fibonacci tool? Swing low, swing high. Well, it depends which swing low, swing high you're talking about. If you're talking about the most recent one on the 4H, then I'll be drawing it from this low to this high. If you're talking about the bigger one at play, then I'll be looking at this low to this high. So it depends which one you're talking about. If you're talking about the recent one, then yeah, this is the move that broke structure here. You know, these were our lower highs. One over there, second, third. These were our lower lows. Market broke that structure with a new impulse, giving us new highs. So now I'm looking at a pullback of that. So from the low to the high, just about hit the 50%, which is always nice. And now looking for the next move. But I'll wait for 4H for the entry signal. Nice bullish engulfing. Got 2 hours, 40 minutes left before that closes. So no need to rush into anything. Waiting after NFP for some sales on EU. Okay, and GU. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that probably would be the smartest thing to do, because if we're going to see any crazy momentum from NFP and we're still going to sell off, of course, it probably provide you for some nice entries after without, you know, getting potentially faked out due to the news. Kind of dodge that bullet. Then, of course, we could completely sell off as well. Yes, recent swing low, I would buy it from below 0.5. Yeah, that's fine as well. Again, there's no kind of right or wrong with Fibonacci. For me, I like anything from the 50% and below. As you can see from my Fibonacci tool, I don't have anything above the 50. So anything below the 50, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786, those levels I'm happy to buy from, because I've had a deep enough pullback and I'll be expecting the market to find support soon. Of course, accompanied with other confluence as well. I don't trade Fibonacci by itself, but it's a great confluence to add to your trading. But yeah, it's up to the market. It could bounce at 50, bounce at 0.618, bounce at 0.786, or I mean, there's quite a lot of Fibonacci retracements. 0.23, 236, 382. I mean, there's a lot more people have. I don't have everything here, and those are some extended targets. But yeah, for me, 0.5 and below is great. Accompanied with other confluences, of course. But then again, for me, the most important thing about my trades is support resistance. That's the biggest confluence for me. That's my non-negotiable confluence. Fibonacci is great, moving average is great. Whatever other confluence you can add to position indicators. But for me, support resistance is my number one. If I've got support resistance, then that's the most important thing that has to be ticked. If it's not ticked, then I can't take the position. And of course, if I can get other confidence on top, then that's even better. Build more confidence, build more confidence as well on the trade to increase the probability of it playing out. But the support resistance is what needs to be had. See you, Sculpey. Have a good one, my man. Yeah, looks like Euro Aussie may push up. I mean, Euro Aussie's still holding on to key support, so there is still that possibility we can push higher, and then that could maybe give me my entry to short, or I can just wait for price to break the low, but I don't think it'll be a clean entry. This is what I'll be looking for Euro Aussie. Back at the high, stop loss above the high, and then move back to the lows. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to swing back to 1.617. I mean, of course, this is the best case scenario, but that's what I'll be aiming for. I've had multiple rejection on the higher time frames. Chances are we're forming that lower high. Now you can see a continuation, of course, strong bearish engulfing candle there as well. Now we're just looking at a continuation of that. So I have to wait for that move higher. Same thing with pound Aussie as well, but I think Euro Aussie is a lot cleaner. Pound USD. Yeah, pound USD, like I've said, short bias, looking at sells. For me, pound USD is looking like a really good opportunity because we've had the massive break and retest of the consolidation. So I'm just looking for price to hold that low of the consolidation essentially, and then continue back to the lows here at 1.23356, and eventually maybe this low here as well. But for me, it's textbook stuff here of pounds break and retest out of a range. We had a bit of a fake out to the upside. If this is going to be our breakout, if price is legitimately breaking out and having a retest, then the chances are we're going to hold this level and continue south. So I'm just looking to short as long as we don't break back inside the range. If we're trading back above at these prices here, then yeah, that does make things awkward. I would, not that we can't still sell off, but it wouldn't be a trade that I'm interested in anymore. At that point, we might see something like this happen, similar to what happened with Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar, we had the consolidation, and then I said I'm looking for price to break the consolidation, get a retest, and then continue. But you can see we broke back inside the range, and then we actually came back to respect the low of the range as support, which is not really what I was after, since we broke through the high of the range. So that's kind of what I would expect pound USD to do. If we do break back inside, do what Aussie dollar did, which was break back inside, retest the low. From here we could still break out, or we could fill the range and go back to the high. But if we don't and we stay below, then yeah, I'm expecting that to happen for pound USD. Yadish on gold weekly candle has no top wick. Well, it's got a small top wick. I mean, it depends what broker you're looking at. Let me go to forex.com. Nah, that's got a top wick as well. Yeah, to me that looks like it's got a top wick. It might not be a big top wick. Or are you talking about this? Are you talking about this candle? Yeah, that candle doesn't have a top wick. But then, yeah, that candle's closed though, so doesn't that kind of ruin that idea? Isn't the idea that if the candle hasn't created a top wick yet, it's likely to go and do so, so it's likely to push back up. But if the candle's already closed, then isn't that the idea done? Because I don't really look at that in my trading, if a candle's got a wick or not. But I know some who do, and the way they look at it is, okay, if a candle hasn't got a top wick or a bottom wick, they're expecting candles to get top and bottom wicks, because if you look at the average candle, all average candles have top and bottom wicks, so you expect one to form. But if the candle's closed, hasn't that ship already sailed a little bit? USD pairs, just giving you the setups recently, long dollar bill bias. How I was a bit confused after the Fed speech. Yeah, to me, I'm still bullish. I'm not really looking at incorporating the fundamentals, especially what the kind of like the narrative is. For me, I'm just focused on the price action. Dollar to me still looks very bullish, so unless I see a big change in that, then I'm not changing. And what I mean by big change is market breaking structure, taking out some key lows, then I'll look to change that opinion. But for now, everything is still pointing up, so I'm still expecting more upside. So I'm still looking at setups favoring dollar bullishness, shorting euro, shorting pound, long in dollar CAD. When to enter dollar CAD trades? So yeah, I'll be waiting for the 4H close for dollar CAD before looking to take the trade. It's in a nice area, and I'm liking what I'm seeing on the 4H time frame with these wicks. A lot of rejection here, so if I can see a shift in momentum to show me that okay, support's holding. We've seen this momentum from the past couple of days. It's died down, and now we're seeing the bullish momentum take charge. If I can see a strong bullish engulfing candle, that would be very, very nice, and that would be my entry signal. Stops below the low, and then take the trade. But yeah, for entry in dollar CAD, I'll wait for the 4H, and the 4H candle closes in the next 2.5 hours. So I'll be waiting 2.5 hours to take the trade, which is fine, because again, it means for the next 2.5 hours, you can go do something else. analyze other charts, back test, or go for a walk, and then set an alert or a time on your phone or an alarm. And then when that time comes, you see what type of price action we can get. Because at the moment it's looking good, but 2.5 hours is a long time. For all we know, this candle could be closing bearish. We do have some news in the afternoon. I closed the tab with the calendar, which is not great. But we do have some news in the afternoon. Jobless claims, I believe. So yeah, we do have some news in the afternoon. We do have some CAD news as well, balance of trade too. So we got dollar and CAD news. That could cause this candle to look very, very different as to what it's looking right now. So it's important to wait for the candles to close, and then we can see what we can do with dollar CAD. But yeah, waiting for a shift in momentum, and then I'll find my entry after that. Let's see what happens about looking for a top wick though. Yeah, I mean, it's just that we can't form a top wick because the candle's closed. I know what you mean. You're expecting price to push past that point on the weekly chart, but if the candle's closed, we can't now form a top wick there because it's closed. That candle just doesn't have a top wick anymore. And the current candle has already got a top wick. And it's because your firm going to be different from other firms, or you follow the same business model. It's going to be different. I mean, there are other firms which will have a similar business model to the firm I'm opening, but in terms of the industry standard, it will be different. It will have some parts will be the same, some parts will be different. The main thing we're looking at is catering for profitable traders, because in terms of purely relying on just booking traders and just looking at challenge fees paying for the failed traders, the challenge fees paying for the profitable traders, I think there's always going to be some friction with that business model. So you have to have something for profitable traders to cater for them in terms of other ways, rather than relying on failed challenge fees. So it's a similar model, but I think there are definitely firms who are already operating similar to how I'm looking to operate. But yeah, I don't want to mention names because I don't know for sure. But yeah, in terms of the standard, it will be slightly different. This weekly candle is going to be key for gold. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is. I mean, we do have NFP this week, so it's definitely an important week for dollar as a whole and gold in general too. But yeah, speaking about the prop firm, I do have the website, the landing page for the firm, elevatingtraders.com. So if you guys do want to drop your email on that website, on that landing page for discount opportunities when we do launch, which I said will be middle of June is the expected date. So make sure you go drop your emails there for some opportunities later on. But yeah, we'll be looking at operating differently, because I think that is one of the big solutions for the longevity of prop firms. Because again, prop firms have helped the average trader massively, but everything has that silver lining and room for improvement, which is what the focus will be of the firm I'm opening up. But yeah, we'll be doing an official video tomorrow. which will explain some things as well. Okay, so yeah, I haven't really seen too much movement there. So yeah, I'll just be waiting for the dollar pairs to shape up. Dollar CAD, Euro USD, Pound USD. Dollar CAD's looking the best at the moment in time. US clients. Yeah, potentially I'd be able to, I mean, I don't want to make any promises, but looking into being able to offer to US clients as well. Looking to be able to offer to US clients. That is a goal. Yeah, whoever's trading the yen pairs, you are brave, because that is horrendous price action. Oh, bring my little experience with how that FFP. That's so true. I knew you will come in handy. Infiltrating funded pips. Knew you will come in handy. But yeah, 100%, Anis, 100%. If you're down. Do you think Pound USD needs liquidity to move down? Yeah, so that's a tough question, because I don't really know the current kind of intricacies of the market, what it needs to go down, but it's a move higher, taking out the highs there, then a move down, would seem like a really good opportunity if the market should do that. It could definitely just spill over from now. It doesn't have to move up. And take liquidity, or fake some highs or retest the highs. The market doesn't have to do anything, but a smart move would be if we do push up and then get an entry signal around here. That would be a really nice place to take a trade. Really smart place for a stop loss. And of course, you're looking at a really, really healthy target. If you want to swing to the lows, this is also a nice target as well. So yeah, an up move like that would be nice for Pound USD. 100%. Whether we need that to go down, that's a question I can't answer, because we can definitely sell off from here. But if we were to do that, then yeah, I think it would give us a nice opportunity. It's just kind of a waiting game to see if Pound USD will do something like that first before going down. Yen pairs is crazy from last week. Yeah, 100%. Yen pairs are hectic. I'm not looking to touch the yen pairs. I did have New Zealand yen on my watch list this week, but after I saw that first little move this week on Monday, I was like, nope, I'm not looking to trade that at all. There's no way I'm looking to buy that. It doesn't sit right with me. Lauder, appreciate it. See you next week as well. Still holding dollar CAD, looking for to add positions going forward, but we shall see. Yeah, I'm looking to trade dollar CAD as well, so hopefully I can look to join you. But I appreciate you coming on. See you next week. But yeah, guys, in the chat, let me know what's I'm trying to phrase the question. What do you want to see from prop firms going forward? What's an improvement you want to see from prop firms going forward? I mean, I'll probably do a bit more of like a professional like survey on that topic because it's a big topic. Nice, bro. I mean, Anis, we'll be doing a website in French for French-speaking countries, and of course, you being from Algeria, I would expect you to speak French. Probably. I mean, I'm just guessing, but I would put my money in you speaking French. So, because I don't speak French, and I need someone who speaks French. How do you avoid the scenario of, oh no, I should have taken this? Like right now, I was waiting for gold to hit 22.83.40 to take a short-term trade by reversal, but it's already reversing. A good question, actually, Levels Life. The way to avoid that situation is to have something in black and white. You know, it's either it fits your plan, it's a trade, you should have taken it, or it doesn't fit your plan, it never got to your area, you shouldn't take it. You need to have that kind of black and white, because then you would avoid that situation of, oh no, I should have taken this. Because if it did fit your plan and it was right for your trading style, and it fit your plan, fit your criteria, and you didn't take it, then you know the problem lies with you, not the market or your trading plan. You just missed that trade, whether you weren't there or you hesitated or whatnot. If it didn't fit your plan and it just reversed just before your entry area, or just past your entry area, didn't quite set up how you wanted to for it to fit your plan, but it still moved in the direction you anticipated, then that's just never a trade for you to take. You know, the market's not about taking every single trade and every single move. You've got a plan that has an edge, that if the market fits these rules, your edge is present, you're taking a trade. If it's outside of those rules, then it's almost irrelevant. You can journal things, write things down, look back at them later. But when it's live markets, you've got money on the line, you want to be trading within the parameters of your edge. So if it's outside of the parameters, then disregard it. So if you want to avoid the scenario of, oh no, I should have taken this, then you need to make sure it's black and white. Then if it's within your rules and you didn't take it, then you got to look at your hesitation. Maybe you lack a bit of confidence in your system. Maybe you just weren't there to take the trade, or maybe you were in a different trade at the time. The key thing I'm getting at is make it black and white, make it yes and no, which is sometimes can be a little bit difficult because the market isn't perfect, doesn't repeat itself perfectly, but you want to make it black and white. It's either a yes or a no. Then if it is a yes, in terms of fits your plan, and you didn't take it, then you hesitated, then you've got problems with your confidence. If you want to work on your confidence, going back, test your trading strategy some more, gain some more confidence, gain some more experience in it, maybe lower your position size so your risk is less. Therefore, you don't have to be as confident because you don't have much on the line. But that's kind of what you want to be working on. Euro NZD, pound NZD, blessing, we'll take a look as well. News is a killer, 100%, Tony, if you're not careful. Most definitely a killer. Yes, Urban. Okay, from Morocco, nice. Do it in Arabic. Yeah, I mean the goal is to do it as many languages as possible, really, to be fair. That is the goal. Okay, speak French, nice. Put those skills to the test. How many languages do you speak, Anis? I only speak one, which is very poor. I am learning Spanish on Duolingo though, so I'll be fluent one day. But yeah, one language is poor. Okay, so let me quickly go through USD and pound NZD before I get. So, I mean, I'll start with pound NZD. So pound NZD, as I've been saying, I'm looking for more upsides. We had a really nice retest of this level here on the weekly chart. So simply, I'm looking for a continuation of this uptrend. Nice break and retest that high. And I'm looking for a push back into that level there at 2.15. So that is the plan. That is the plan for pound NZD, or my plan anyway. But at the moment, we're kind of consolidating on the top of this level. So I'm looking for two scenarios for pound NZD, which either is a breaking retest of the consolidation, which we almost saw yesterday. We did break, but it came straight back underneath. So a bit of a fake out. I want to see a bit more of a confident breakout before we find some pullbacks to then long. Or we come closer to the trend line, back to the low of the range, and then from here, look for some longs. That would be my second preferred opportunity, but either which way, I'm looking for upside for pound NZD. Euro NZD is a tricky one. I don't really have too much to say with this one in terms of looking to sell or buy. We are forming these lower highs here, 1, 2, and then potentially could be forming a third one, but it's not looking great at the moment in time. This for me is really just consolidation. So I want to see price break the low of the range, and then I find some opportunities below, and then I can look to short. At least at that point, we failed to go high. Essentially, we've tried to continue the uptrend once, twice, a third time, and momentum keep fading. So if you do break through the lows, chances are probably going to come to these lows. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for Euro NZD. That's what I'm looking at. Speak 4, wow, levels life. That's impressive. Which four languages do you speak? Okay, speak English, Arabic, French, and Berber. No way. I don't know if you know what it is. Yeah, I've heard of Berber. That's a language where a lot of North African countries speak. I've heard about the Bourbons, North African people. But yeah, I didn't know that language was still active, because I thought it was just very old, like 13th, 14th, 15th century old. So yeah, I didn't know Berber was still a thing. I'm not Arab, I'm Amazigh. I've never heard of that before. There we go, learning something new. Native North African. But yeah, that's really impressive, to be fair. I mean, for me, just one language, so. By default in Africa, a good number of people speak minimum 2 languages. Yeah, that's true. I speak Swahili, English, Luo, Spanish, and German. What's Luo? Okay, you speak English, Spanish, and German. Which African country are you from? Because there's not a lot of Spanish speakers in Africa. Okay, it means Berber. The language is still active in some regions in North Africa, mate. Okay, wow. Yeah, it's a bit boring over here in the UK. It's just basically English. And that's it. Yeah, wow. Interesting. I had no idea. So 4 languages. Ooh. I mean, everyone else speak 4 languages as well. Okay. Okay, from Kenya, Spanish speakers a lot in the coastal areas. Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that as well. I thought it was just like, it was like Angola or Cape Verde or something like that speak Spanish. Yeah, well, fair play, guys, fair play. Um, put me to shame there. But I'll be adding Spanish soon from Duolingo, 100%. Um, $8 looking but yeah, I'll be focused mainly on the dollar pairs going forward. Okay, lived a bit in Turkey, speak a little bit of Turkish also. Lol. Of course you do. Of course you speak a little bit of Turkish. Any other language we need to know about? Swahili. No, I haven't visited Morocco, but my brother has, and my mum's going to Morocco actually. This month. Yeah, she's going to Morocco later this month. Definitely a place I want to check out there. But yeah, is like the main language or one of the main languages in Morocco French. A lot of people speak French. Hit me up when in Kenya. Where in Kenya you from? Is it Nairobi? Yeah, I was in Rwanda last March. Which was great. Rwanda was good fun. But yeah, I need to check out Morocco and Kenya. 100%. Has silver reached the level yet? Okay, more or less. Okay, so I'll be adding silver to the watch list now going forward. I don't think I'll probably get any entries today, but it's in that area, maybe after NFP tomorrow. Okay, Nairobi, yeah, I remember you saying. See, that's great. That's great. We've got people from all around the world speaking different languages, all doing the same thing, trading the market, which is a language in itself. So maybe you can say two languages for me, English and Forex markets. Or candlesticks. Candlesticks is a language in itself. Welcome anytime. Appreciate it. I'll definitely have to shout out when I go. Which trade you currently in or have taken? I'm not in any trade. I was short pound USD at the start of the week. I got done very, very dirty there. My entry was after this candle, and my stop loss was like around here. Excuse me, in price just took me out by a few pips. I would still be in the trade at the moment because I was looking to target the low here. So yeah, I'm looking for another entry, hopefully another push up, and then get the short. Ooh. And then get the short. Something like this. But we shall see. I'm looking for the same thing on Euro USD as well. But yeah, just buy the pip there. annoying stuff. But yeah, I haven't taken any trades since then. That's the only trade I've taken this week. I'm looking at Euro USD. Dollar CAD's not far behind, so potentially in the next 2 hours I could be taking a trade then. But yeah, I'm not looking to take anything on the hourly on dollar CAD. I'm waiting for the 4H time frame. Hourly's a little bit too corrective for my liking. So hopefully we can see a bit more momentum there, but we shall see. Because again, we still do have some dollar and CAD news, so yeah, this candle's going to be moving up and down pretty soon. But yeah, yen pairs, not a big fan of any of them. I think I'll just leave them alone till the weekend and not look at them. But yeah, I will be live again later today with Trader Nick on his stream. So if you do want to see what happens with my dollar CAD, well, I'll be going live at 1:45. So if I do get entry signal, I'll probably be taking it live on his stream, to be honest. So yeah, if you are free later today around 1:45, 2 p.m. UK time, in about 2 hours from now, feel free to jump into that stream. It'll be live on his channel as well. We'll go through the news, see what's happened, discuss some markets, of course, and see if you've got any trades coming on. But I will post the link to that stream in the Telegram group below. So if you're not there, make sure you get there. Link in the description to that. And if I do get an entry, I'll share it there as well. See ya, Anis. Appreciate coming to the stream and helping moderate, bro. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Okay, yeah, guys. Thank you for coming onto the stream. Appreciate every one of you coming to the stream, liking the stream, subscribing. If you haven't liked or subscribed, then what you're doing, make sure you go like and subscribe. It really does help out. I do appreciate it. Make sure you do hit the bell as well, so don't miss out any streams that uploads in the future. And make sure you do check out the Telegram group in the channel, in the description of the video. So go check that out if you haven't done so already. But guys, we are coming up to the end of the stream. I will be live again later today, like I said, with Trader Nick on his channel, so I hope to see you guys there. If not, I will be live again next week as always, so hope to see you guys there. If I do get any setups, I will share it on the Telegram group. But besides from that, take care, stay safe, watch out for the news, watch out for NFP on Friday. But I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.